Hello. Well, with Easter on the horizon, I thought it'd be fun to do an Easter design. But as there's already so many chicks and lambs and goodness knows what gambolling out there, I thought we'd do an Easter dinosaur. I mean, heck, they come in eggs, don't they? So he's going to start life as a shop-bought Easter egg. So very carefully split the egg in half and just put one half to one side. And I'm going to use the foil it came in just to create a sort of support base for the dinosaurs while I'm working on him. Now his body is 50 grams, that's about 2 ounces of green coloured sugar paste or ready to roll icing. Roll it into a simple ball shape, and then I'm going to use one of these tools that has a sort of curve into it, or you could use a drinking straw, or you could even use a piping nozzle. And all I'm doing with that is just pressing a few scales into the side of the dinosaur's body. It's not essential, it doesn't matter if you haven't got any scales on your dinosaur. Pretty sure nobody will notice or complain. So little dab of water in the bottom of the egg, and we'll just pop the body in place like that. Now we're going to make his arms. So I'm going to take 10 grams, that's about 1/3 of an ounce of green coloured sugar paste, and roll that into a short sausage, well, a sort of sausage string shape. Sorry, getting a bit tongue-tied there. And then we're going to cut that in half. And then with a finger, just press on the end of each arm. Okay, and just loosen it because it got a bit stuck to my board. Now you can leave it like that if you want, but if you want to make some fearsome claws, we want 2 little cuts into the end of each flattened bit. And then splay the fingers apart slightly and just simply pinch them into points. So again, splay, the second one, splay and pinch like that. And then a little dab of water on the body, and then place the arms in position so they're stuck from the body and the hands overhang the edge of the egg like that. Now we're going to add a tail, so I'm going to take another 10 grams, that's 1/3 of an ounce, green fondant, and roll this into a tapering tail shape really. And again with this I'm going to add a few scales, so just with the drinking straw or the tool, whatever you're using, press a few scales, a little dab of water at the back of the body, and then we'll just stick the tail in place, and like the hands we'll just let it hang a bit over the edge of the egg like that. Now for his head, so for this I've got another 50 grams, that's 2 ounces of green fondant. You need to knead it so it's nice and warm and pliable to use. So roll it into a ball, and then we'll roll a bit more on one end to create his snout like that. So you've got a good old snout shape. And then again, take your scale tool and press a few scales into the front and side of the face. But then as well as that, I'm also going to use the end of a paintbrush to press a couple of hollows for eyes, ready for his eyes. And then I'm going to use that also to press a couple of nostrils and also a little mouth. And then we want a dab of water on top of the body, and I'm going to put a little tiny bit on the edge of the egg as well, and then just pop his head in place. Now for his eyes, I just want a tiny little bit of white sugar paste, fondant, ready to roll icing, and you're going to create two little ball shapes. Put a dab of water into the eye sockets, actually those are a bit small, and then pop the eyes into his head, like that. Okay, and then to give him some pupils, I've got a bit of black food colour here and a cocktail stick, and all I'm going to do is dip that cocktail stick into the black and then press it into the eyes, and there we have instant eyeballs. And there he is, basically. Because all we're going to do now is just pop his shell in place so that you can see him peeking out. And then when you're ready, take your cake, take your dinosaur, put the two together, and then wait for everybody to say how clever you are at Easter tea time.